morning. This is Gina with Quiet Cottage Moments. And thank you so much for joining me today, July 2nd. It's Thursday in my cottage kitchen. I'm so glad that you're here. I do have my coffee and the pleasure of your company, and I am blessed to have both. Let's take a sip and we'll get started. Oh my goodness. So this coffee, actually, this is my first cup coffee, and it's about down to here now. I've been sipping on it for the last couple of hours, and I thought, we'll just go with this. And you've seen this mug before. It's huge. I think it's 26 ounces, and it is one of the pioneer women, I can't remember what it's called, the latte mug or something, cafe mug, something like that they had years ago. I bought a set of these, actually the same size in a couple of different colors, so they're kind of seasonal to me. And it is big though, look. It's very big. So how are you today? It is very warm, very, very warm. In fact, it is so warm here, they've canceled some of the 4th of July festivities. I think they're still having the parade, and they're having it, I'm not sure if they're having it the 3rd or the 4th at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then they were going to have a big block party downtown. They were going to, close it off and have vendors and who knows what. And then they were going to have a drone show instead of fireworks, but they have postponed it because it's too hot. Last night they had, my husband showed me a video on Instagram. He has an account, I don't have one. And it was downtown in Haddonfield, New Jersey. They had a big screen TV put up, and people brought their chairs for the World Cup. The USA team played last night, and there were so many people out there in the heat. They panned the crowds, I don't know how, hundreds of people. I'm thinking, whoa, it's awfully hot. I would rather stay home and watch it. I didn't watch it. I went to bed. My husband watched it, so that was fine. It's much cooler inside. So I hope that you are staying cool. And I just got out of the shower. My hair's still kind of wet. It's probably sticking up, hopefully not too much. And I put on my pre-4th of July dress. It does have red. Here, let me hold part of it up. This is part of it. This is part of it. I'm not flashing anybody. There's nobody here but the dogs and my husband here. There's this pattern as well as this. So it's kind of red, white, and blue. But my polka dot one is more of a brighter red, so I don't have that. But what I can share with you are these flowers my husband bought me. So he went to Costco yesterday. He had a little list I gave him, and I decided not to go because it was really, really hot, and I can't really see much anyway, so he was fine just going alone. But he bought me flowers. And if you saw the community page post, you'll have seen them already. I looked like Miss America holding them. They're so pretty, and I brought them here. I put them in a white pitcher, and I wanted to show you. Here's the pitcher. Look how beautiful they are, and it came with this little red, white, and blue pinwheel, and it has roses, and look, there's a hydrangea, and daisies, and some carnations, and lovely. Here's the back part. There's a lot of roses back there, and there's some red lilies of some kind, but aren't those pretty? So pretty, and they smell so good. Oh, I love hydrangeas. We have some hydrangeas growing. In this heat, I don't think they're doing as well as they would be if it wasn't so hot. But I was so surprised, and I thought, wow, if I had gone, he probably wouldn't have bought them. He wanted to surprise me. So I did not take a Costco video, but I do have a picture that I'll share with you. And we bought all fruit. You can see in this picture, you can see cherries, you can see seedless grapes, you can see clementines, you can see bananas, lots of bananas, and watermelon. I'm trying to remember what else was there. Grapes and strawberries. I think that was it. But we did want to get bananas, but I didn't know we were going to get that many bananas because I'm going to be making, one of the things I'm going to be making for our 4th of July get together is what my mother called heavenly hash. It's like a fruit salad, and it's with heavy whipping cream and marshmallows and all that. It's a treat. It's not something you'd want to eat all the time. And it has pineapple. It does have bananas in it, so he wasn't sure whether the greener bananas would be ripe enough for Saturday. So that's why we have 2 bunches of bananas. I hope we can eat them all. Somebody asked me if we ate all the fruits and vegetables. I don't know about the bananas. I can always make banana bread when it cools off. And I think you can freeze bananas for smoothies and all of that too. So we did want to get that and the seedless grapes. Those go in the heavenly hash. Seedless grapes, bananas, pineapple. I could add blueberries, but you do that after you add the marshmallows and the whipped cream, because if you do it before the whipped cream, your whipped cream is going to be blue. It's not, you don't want a blue heavenly hash. I guess you could, but it's best to fold them in just gently after everything's put together. So my grandchildren love that, and it's something that I'm always asked to have on holidays, so I will make that for sure. And I'm tempted to make deviled eggs. My son-in-law, I've mentioned this before, he is an absolute wonderful cook. He could be a chef. He's not, but he could be, and he loves to cook. So I'm not sure what he's making, but sometimes he'll make deviled eggs. But I might just make deviled eggs for the 4th, and if he's making them as well, I won't bring mine because his will be ever so much better. And I haven't made deviled eggs in a while. It's something you either love or you don't love. And I did see one of those shorts of these 2 British guys in America, and they were trying the different foods. And one thing they tried was deviled eggs, and they were really like, wow, it's a pop of flavor in your mouth, because it does have paprika, a little bit of paprika on top. So I may do that. I might even make at least hard boil them this morning so they'll be ready. And they're pretty easy to whip up, I think. I do it the way my mother did. And my son-in-law is fancy. So you have your egg white little cup, right? And then you put the yolk and everything you've mixed in it, and you put it in the dip in the cup, and then you put your paprika and stuff on. But my son-in-law puts all the egg yolk and all that good stuff in there in a piping bag, and he swirls it really fancy. I don't really do it fancy. I just smush it up. It's not lumpy or anything, but then you just stick it in there with a spoon. Tastes the same, but his is ever so much prettier than mine. But that's okay. So I do plan on making that at some point, and I'm excited for the 4th of July. Now, in the past, when my children were young, we had big 4th of July celebrations. And we invited many of the homeschool families, we invited neighbors, and a couple of times family have come from out of town. So we've had, 20, 25 people at our home in northern New Jersey when we used to do this. And we decorated, we had patriotic music playing on a phonograph with speakers, and we had streamers, we had signs, we had welcome to celebrate. And generally in the town we lived in, they had fireworks not far away, so you could actually see them from our yard. And we would watch the fireworks, but we had so much food, and people often would bring food as well. But I would make a big pot of my nightmare chili. We would grill hamburgers, hot dogs. People would bring pasta salads, desserts, you name it, potato chips. We had, all the condiments. mustard, ketchup, onions, pickles, lettuce, tomatoes. If you're having a hamburger, I guess you could put it on a hot dog too. We would have, what else did we have? Deviled eggs. Pretty much, we had, of course, watermelon. And we would play games in teams and together. We do water balloon tosses. We would do, I can't remember all the games, but the one, we had piñatas that we made. It was a big deal. People loved it. And we would, my favorite one was we'd have the watermelon seed spitting contest. And people would have a piece. That's when they had seeds in the watermelon, the black seeds. Now it seems like you can't find seeded watermelons. Sometimes you'll get a black seed, but generally there's no seeds. Or at least the little white ones maybe. But we would have, you'd get a watermelon seed in your mouth and you'd step behind the line and you would spit it, not toward people. I know this is, probably wouldn't do this after COVID, but anyway, it was before COVID. And they would spit the seed as far as they could spit it, right? And the winner would get some kind of prize. I don't even remember what it was. Or maybe even it was just bragging rights. But we had pictures of everybody there. And one year, my friend Cindy, she spit the farthest. Some people just spit in it. And some people spit really far. Now, she is very tall. She's got to be close to 6 foot. She could spit far. I could not spit far, but the children had fun spitting. So we had a children's winner, and then we had an adult winner, and it was a lot of fun. And, oh my goodness, it took days and days to prepare for it. And then, of course, you had your party, and then you would clean up after, but it was worth it. It was so much fun, and I have some lovely memories of 4th of July's, and they always had in the town that I lived in northern New Jersey. They had a little parade. We always would walk up the street and put our chairs on the either right there in the street or on the little grass that's next to the street. We'd watch the parade go by every year. And then we'd have our barbecue. So I do miss that. We do not do those big things anymore. We don't know as many people here. We know some people, we have some friends, but not like we were in like a homeschool support group. We had tons of friends with tons of little kids the same age as my children, and family with children my children's age, things like that. And it was wonderful memories. And we always would watch at some point, either that day or the next day or the one before, The Music Man, the one with, I think it was Robert Preston and Shirley Jones, and that was just a very 4th of July tradition that we loved to do. And generally the morning of the 4th of July, I would have gotten up early and made blueberry scones or blueberry muffins, and I had bought those little flags that you stick in with a little flag on a toothpick kind of thing and stick it in the muffin or in the thing, and we'd have, fruit kebabs, things like that. It was a big deal. I loved it. But now it's just a much quieter holiday, and that's okay too because we're older. And so those are my 4th of July memories, and I hope that you have some plans for the day, even if you're just by yourself. If you might enjoy a special patriotic movie or just patriotic food. I guess there really isn't patriotic food. Hot dogs are kind of my go-to for 4th of July, though I love hamburgers, so maybe both. I don't know about that. Also, there were apple pies. I forgot to talk about that. Homemade apple pies, you name it. Thank you so much for watching, and I probably made you hungry. I'm hungry. I hope that you were able to stay cool, and I would love to know if you have a favorite 4th of July food or tradition or both. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you this day.